Hi everyone, it's Romain and you're watching The Big Talk. Today I receive Conor, which is Global Talent Development at Christian Dior Couture. He's gonna tell us more about his job and the way he helps early talents to grow and have a really nice path in the maison. Hi Conor.
Hey, hi. Yeah, with pleasure. Happy to be in front of the camera. Usually I'm organizing these backstage, but finally I have my moment in front of the camera.
Really nice to see you there, Conor. It's a great pleasure to have you there. You talk to the French, yeah? I heard ouais.
Un petit peu. Désolé. Wasn't part of the script.
Conor, you're going to tell us more about your job. You're Global Talent Development Developer, dedicated to young career professional.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more?
Yeah, with pleasure. Exactly. So, my name is Conor. I'm Irish, actually. If everybody watching didn't guess, and I'm the global talent manager for early careers at Dior. And so, really, what that means is that everything to do with our interns, our apprentices, and really our more junior or early in their career employees. My job is really to accompany them, really at the beginning of their careers, and help to grow them in the organization. And maybe I can speak a little bit about Dior,
Sure.
if there's anyone watching maybe who doesn't know that much about us already. But we're a maison that's been around for a while, since 1946 actually. We were founded by Monsieur Dior himself. And we like to think of ourselves as the maison des rêves, or the house of dreams, because that's really the experience that we try to deliver to our clients, but definitely to our talents as well. And in terms of our talents, we have a little bit now over 11,000 employees at the Maison. Ouais. So growing every year. Yeah. My team makes that report, and we're constantly shocked at the growth that we have. The business has been super successful, and we can see the numbers of opportunities growing in the company too. And we're all over the world. We have 101 nationalities. We're on every continent, so truly international as well as French as well. Really fun company to be working for.
Just to precise, we're gonna talk about Christian Dior Couture and
Ouais.
not the whole group.
C'est ça, exactement. So it's true. I'm here to talk about Dior. It's the company I work for, but it's super interesting too, because of course we have the luxury group LVMH, of which we belong to.
Lot of identities.
Yeah, exactly.
When I talked about Christian Dior Couture. So thank you for this really nice presentation. So could you tell me more about your daily life? What are your 3 key missions?
Yeah, with pleasure. Maybe I can speak more about the interns and the apprentices, because I feel like that may be most of our audience today, or what they're looking for. But there are really 3 main pillars that I work across for this group, and that would be attraction, talent development, and then also transformation as well.
Okay.
So those are the 3 main parts.
Okay. What it means. So if we take the first part.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first part, attraction. This is a really good example of it today, actually. So here we are in the flesh. So really what that means is me and my team, we do lots of different types of campus events with students looking for maybe internship and apprenticeship opportunities, or who will in the future. We do it either on campus, or sometimes we invite them as well to the boutique or on site, really to discover the Dior universe. And we work on different HR channels too, like Job Teaser.
Sure.
Basically with the mission, doing all of these different things of sharing about, the universe of Dior, what the possibilities are for careers as well, and what exactly the types of opportunities that we have are too. So
okay. Second mission is already the talent development.
Yeah, c'est ça, exactement. Ouais. So that's another really exciting part for the journey, of the talent. So once we'd like to think, get the word to them of our opportunities, and once they're recruited, we aim to develop them. Mm-hmm. And there's a few different ways we try to do that. We try to run different kinds of engagement events. We do a huge onboarding day called Dream in Dior Day. We had almost 300 guests, I think, in our last session, which was super exciting. A half day of conferences and a cocktail.
Yeah, I think we talked about it with Ibtisem and Diana.
Sure.
And, the many previous show we make with Christian Dior,
Yeah, in previous sessions for sure. Yeah. And it's exciting watching it grow. We take the feedback of all our different talents, and we change the format again and again to make sure we're being as client-centric with our talents as we are with our employees too. And then we do lots of other different types of things. We do lots of different lunch and learns. We do different types of trainings as well. So really trying to create that connection with the maison, and then also really more development focused kind of actions too.
Okay.
So lots of different career meetings, experience reviews, and different ways of getting to know our talents and what they're looking for.
And then this transformation, so making maybe intern or apprentice in a permanent contract.
This is it. That's
making live a real journey. That's what we talked since the beginning of the video.
Yeah, this is it exactly. So yeah, we try to get to know everybody through the career meetings, etc. So we know what they're looking for and where their strengths lie, so we can find opportunities for them at the end of their mission. So really, all of the really top talents who are looking to grow within the company and who are looking for and available to work at the end of their internship, our mission is to match them with an opportunity and keep them growing in the maison. So that's our ultimate goal always with our programs.
In the maison, but also in the group, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So our mission is for sure to keep them in the House of Dreams, for sure. But one of the exciting things about being at Dior is we talked about LVMH. Belonging to that wider group as well. And so we have many examples, or I think one of the most unique things we can offer to our talents is to give them the opportunity to work in fashion or any of the other sectors. There's 6 different sectors at LVMH, so there's so many different types of opportunity.
We're gonna talk about it later with your path in the group. What challenges are you facing every day in your job about engaging young talents?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I like the word challenge, because I like a challenge is something definitely to take on,
and I want to know how you answer it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's the exciting thing I think about working in the early careers. We work a lot with mostly with Gen Z, and Gen Z is a population we see more and more in the workforce. So it's super important to us for sure, and I think the challenge for us is really making sure that we know this population, we know what their expectations are and maybe how they differ from previous generations, so that we can adapt and build around them. Again, client, or maybe we can say talent centricity going forward, but making sure everything we do is matching their expectations. We know that they're a really values-based generation, maybe versus the generations that came before. So what we're trying to do is, for the programs that really match our values as Dior too, make sure that we are offering transparency around what we're doing. Sure. Maybe around sustainability, for example. That's a huge priority now for the business, and there's a lot happening, and it's a team that continues to grow, and so we're trying to make sure that we are sharing exactly what it is that we're doing with regard to this value. And a good example is Dream in Dior Day. For the first time, we had a huge presentation from the amazing sustainability team, and they of course already share communications with Dior employees. They do their own events, but we had a dedicated one for sure for our early talents. Maybe another thing, for example, that I like to think we do really well already is around diversity and inclusion. Sure. And that's something that's been at really the heart of the Maison since its founding. We've always thought of the Maison as an incubator of diverse talents. And so we try to be a home for people to be able to grow and really bring themselves to work. And we have a really good example of that maybe is the Women at Dior program. It's an amazing mentorship program, really to help professional young women project themselves into the future. So it's in partnership with UNESCO, and something we're really proud of. That really ties in with our values. So that's maybe one way. Yeah,
one way. Maybe a second challenge is career development. Yeah, which is your mission and a real challenge.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it is a big challenge, and it's something, again, that I think we have so much, such a great track record with. But really, again, it's a challenge for us to continue to grow it and maybe to level it up. And something I've benefited from myself, even in my own career at LVMH. But really, we talked a bit about Dior and LVMH, and again, that amazing ecosystem that our talents can belong to. And we're all over the world. We have opportunities across different sectors. So you can move between different sectors and get that experience too. So it's really a fantastic place to be able to grow your career and move across function as well, if that's something.
Maybe a last challenge quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think something really particular to this generation too maybe is just
to learn or something, just to learn something.
And skills-based learning. I think that traditional career path is not of interest anymore. It's more of a personalized career path. And to personalize your career path, you need to be able to grow in different sorts of skills and to be able to know what those are and to have the opportunities to grow in them. And that's something we really want to build even stronger at Dior to help launch people.
Is it the main apprehension or main cliche that you feel and heard about working in the maison?
Sure,
The
yeah.
Gen Z?
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely it ties in. I think working with, and myself and my team spent every day working with students or interns and apprentices. Often I think they can be a little bit maybe intimidated by how maybe competitive maybe they can perceive fashion or luxury to be. But when I have a conversation like that, when you join our team, if you're an intern and or an apprentice or any other stage in your career, when you join the team, you're not really considered so much an intern or an apprentice. You're considered a talent of the maison. There's more than enough work to go around, and so you can take as much responsibility really as you want. And I also have experience of this myself in the maison, and so you can find a mentor, you can join trainings, you can find the experience that it is that you want, and also somebody to help point you in the right direction as well.
Yeah, sure.
There's a fantastic culture of that at Dior, so that is sometimes maybe one of the concerns of some of the talents joining, but it's a fantastic maison to be able to grow and learn those different types of skills and build yourself in your career.
Conor, I said before during the introduction, your path in the group and in Dior is really interesting, and I want you to tell us more about this pathway and the thing that you learned, and you can share it with us.
Yeah, no.
Could you tell me first more about your path?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. My path is something a little bit less traditional.
Yeah.
But again, that's I think the fun thing about all the different diverse types of people that work at Dior. I was studying psychology in Ireland. Yeah, so not exactly connected to what I'm doing right now, but I managed to get a visa in the middle of my studies to go to the US and do an internship for a year.
Okay.
And that's what I did. And I happened to land myself at Dior Couture in New York. And that was a transformational moment for me. I didn't go back, and I still haven't been back to Ireland actually since then, 7 years ago. I've since then continued working in LVMH and working in HR. So after a year in New York, I was thinking, well, what's next? And I was able to get a mobility to Moet Hennessy in London. So super exciting. No regrets about not going back to school, but stay in school, kids. That's still a good message to send. But it was just a fantastic move for me. Yeah. I did a VIE contract there, which was really, really exciting too. I really recommend that to any talents too listening. I'm still working in HR as a generalist. And then after about 3 years, I moved to Paris. So, the dream of any international working at LVMH, and it really has been a dream. I've been here for 2.5 years, working in this role, working at Dior, working in early talents as well. So the real joy for me in doing my job is that I was an intern, and everything I share with talents or the talents I work with, I've really lived it, and I can really stand by what I'm saying. And I really wish that for other young people in their careers too. Sure.
It's really a nice path. So I think you are the perfect person to tell us your best tips, to tell the students the best tips that you can, that you have learned with this path.
Sure.
What could they be, these tips?
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is one tip I always give, just based on my experience and what I know of Dior and LVMH too, and that's to network. I don't know how much time we have on the recording, but network. That's really the most important thing, especially with this huge ecosystem. When you enter into the company, really introduce yourself to people, pursue your passion, find a mentor in the company, speak with other teams, and really be open in your career path too, because it's really all about knowing about what it is you're looking for, knowing yourself, and when the right opportunity comes up, being able to reach out to the right person or have somebody recommend you at the right time too. even for students at a career fair, if you're not in the company or in the group yet, go and speak to the HR at Forum, connect with them, stay in touch with them, share with them your progress and your interests. It's really, for me, and I'm in HR, so guilty, I love people. It's really, I think, all about the people, and that's a really big part of the culture.
I think you have a fun fact about it, because we met Diana in the previous video.
Sure.
And Diana was your manager.
Yeah.
In the USA?
In New York, yeah, exactly.
New York?
Yeah. And that's a fantastic promotion of one of our other videos that should be on the Job
sure.
Teaser YouTube page, which is definitely worth a watch. But yeah, there's a few stories like this, but this is definitely the best one in my career. It was so funny. Diana was for sure one of my biggest inspirations for me staying in Dior and also staying in HR. She was my manager when I was an intern in New York, and she helped me. She recommended me to go to London in the first place.
Okay.
So she was the one who contacted my future manager in Moet Hennessy and really helped push me over to the Atlantic into London. And then about 5 years later, quite randomly at the same time, when I was moving for my opportunity from London to Paris, I heard that there was an American joining the team in
Oh, I know this.
I was like, no way. And so I called Diana and I'm like, it's not you, is it? And she's like, it's me. So we ended up on the same team years later on a completely different part of the world. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot in your networks. You really meet really amazing people and you grow with them and you help each other. So it's a big part of the...
Very nice facts.
Of the group. Yeah,
Really
for
nice
sure.
fact.
Great story.
Conor, it was a great pleasure to have you there. Thank you for your tips. If the students want more details, they can watch the video from Dior on the YouTube page, on the YouTube channel, and on the Dior page also on Job Teaser.
Yeah, and also if anybody's looking for an internship or for an apprenticeship too, take a look at Dior Careers, take a look at our LinkedIn page too. We're recruiting, right now. So we'd love to welcome as many people watching to the Maison as possible.
Thanks a lot, Conor. Thank you for watching us. If you want more details about Dior, let's go on the Dior page on Job Teaser or on the YouTube channels to see the other video, and see you soon for a next The Big Talk. Bye-bye.